I'm Andy Waar. I'm the marketing guy from Yapeal. Yapeal is a Swiss fintech, actually the first authorized from FINMA authorized fintech with a proper fintech license in Switzerland. And I'm taking care of the whole communication marketing part. I call it packaging of the product. So Yapeal will be the first real digital wallet in Switzerland. So why I say the first real digital, because also the onboarding, etc., with us is without video, so without human interaction. So you can really sit on your sofa and become, part of the community, kind of a client, but we don't call it a client. There are friends and yapsters. And what we combine is kind of the most used item nowadays with the second most used item, which is kind of the physical wallet you have. So studies also prove that when people forget their physical wallet, they don't go back. They stay in the train and go to work and just manage the day. But if they forget this one, they go back and get it. So we take this instrument and combine it with your physical kind of wallet and make it digital so that you are able to move. And what we do on top, of course, we aggregate it, and the user experience is really fluid. We look at Spotify, at Netflix, and try to take out the elements that make these apps fun. And we want to kind of transport this into finance and help you to handle your money in a more clever way. It's really straightforward. I mean, actually, what we do today is what you would expect to get from your bank, right? So this is exactly what we do. We call it the new normal. And we also call ourselves a digital wallet, not a bank. Besides, we are not allowed to do so, to call us ourselves a bank with the fintech license. But we also don't feel like a bank. It's really important. We are a movement helping you handle your money in a more efficient and very convenient way. And we help you, come through your monthly cycle without any issues. And I think so far what we did is really fantastic. I get a lot of feedbacks from the community, voice messages, etc., that they really love to pay with our app because it's just fun and you see immediately what's happening and everything in real time. Which is also kind of one of the USPs we have. Everything is processed absolutely in real time, instant. And for the rest, I mean, don't want to, use all the silver bullets I have. For the rest, get on our alpha list to test this application before we go public. And the one that are more patient, they can, download our app hopefully soon. I cross fingers it's going to be before summer, so we can, make you ready also for traveling and, being, really mobile also abroad. Twofold. One side is Christian and Thomas, who know each other from like playing in the sandbox, literally in the sandbox. And I know Christian from UBS days, and there we had a group called the Radicals, which sounds a bit weird for a bank. And it was in the beginning, it was a very heterogenic group all over different areas of the bank and from bottom to top. So we were not mandated. And we did several roadshows, explaining what will happen in the market, early days, blockchain, etc., etc. And in the beginning, it was, more funny. People also laughed a bit, hearing from this radical group, etc. But then in a second version, we have been mandated from Jörg at that time, who unfortunately died a few weeks ago. It's really sad story. But he really understood what is happening in the market, and we have been mandated to have this, let's say, one-to-ones on C-level. And this is what we did. The group then grows suddenly from 6 to, 20 or so, 25. Suddenly being a radical was cool. Anyway, so imagine this we call it kind of a reverse coaching. One-to-ones was really the time where I got to know better Christian, and where we also developed first ideas on what could be done in a better way. So time played then for us, and when we decided independently of each other to go for a next challenge, we had again a chat. And then we thought about, why shall we not move into that direction, but now really like without any legacy, really like what would you do if you could start from scratch on a green field, which was completely a different animal, of course. And this is how we started. So I got to know Thomas, and then everything moved really quickly, and it was just since now hell of a ride. I would say really good. So we started in June 2018. We founded the company. We're 15 people, so it's really also a new experience for people that also were, doing startups beforehand. But starting with 15 from scratch co-founders is a challenge, of course. We started then in July 2018, 4 people, and by September 2018, we were completely staffed. This means 12 out of 15 full-time employed, so-called, and 3 were, board members. Then imagine, if you decide to go in such a journey, it's naturally that you are more alpha kind of human, and you have a very strong opinion on your field. And you can imagine, so the first 2 months was really like arguing and fighting and finding the right modus operandi for everyone, which was super challenging and a really great experience. So we learned a lot, and was a tough time. The first weeks were really, really tough, and now I can tell almost 2 years later, still the same team. So all those different wheels started to really get into each other, and it became a really, really fantastic team. And it's just great to wake up in the morning and know that you're surrounded by good people. So we applied for the fintech license. That was also an interesting journey. It has been granted a few weeks ago. and it took a bit longer as we originally planned. I also have to admit that our plannings are always a bit more on the sportive side, so over enthusiastic plannings, but without blaming, we also, nostra culpa, did not know exactly. Depending on how you interpret, I don't know the English term, the law. Some of the items were open in how you're going to handle it. So the attribution on how you handle things on a practical level were still up to discussion. So that's why it took a bit longer, also on our side, to understand how we're going to implement this in our processes, etc. But finally, we made it. So really happy that we got the license. So the credit here goes to Enrico, our COO, Enrico Bauer. He did really a fantastic job, and also to all ambassadors that helped us out here. Talking about ambassadors, maybe quickly a few sentences about this. So the whole setup from yapeal is community driven. It's a very important key differentiator to other companies. So we do a lot with the community. We involve them early stage, very early stage, before we develop anything. And so we did also with the application for the fintech license, we had external help from lawyers out of family and friends and community. We call it ambassadors. And so if you look at the prolonged arm, helping arm, our helping arm is really strong. So we have really a strong community helping us and supporting in any field. The market response to us, I can't tell yet because we are not public. So there we don't feel any difference. So we're still in alpha mode. We have alpha testers out that are using our product live on a daily basis, and there it's increasing. Feedbacks are coming in. We just keep on going. It's all as expected, absolutely. Well, now that the license has been granted, you said it, granted? Anyway, you know what I mean. We plan now to go public, and therefore, there are a few things we want to tweak before opening up to everyone. So those are the first priorities. This includes, having the own IBAN number, so being able to offer a yapeal current account. Then, the attachment to the SIC without K, so it's nothing unhealthy. So it's the Swiss interbank clearing, something like this, the abbreviation. So with this, you will be able to do domestic payments. We are now implementing this, and then we will attach ourselves to the SNB, to the Swiss National Bank, and then we are ready to go public, actually. And this will happen hopefully in the next weeks. My wish is that we hopefully make it before summer. Would be really cool if people can travel again and go out. If we, kind of can enforce them with the yapeal offering and give them the tools that they need. Also, if they are on the road, being able to pay mobile, etc. So would be nice before summer. Yeah. Hi, I'm Andy Waar, the marketing guy from yapeal. We are about to soft launch for the alpha movement. So get on the list so you can download the app and join the movement. For all others, be patient. We're going to be public, hopefully before summer, and give you the tools you need for traveling and, you know, handle your money in a clever way.